So let's talk about quitting smoking and how bad that sucks. I started smoking when I was, 12 or 13, somewhere around there. I'm 33 years old now, so that means I had been smoking for 20 years. I recently quit. I had tried to quit other times in my life. I think the furthest I ever gone was maybe 3 weeks. Maybe a month, maybe 2 months. I don't even remember, but not really all that long. And I think part of that was because I wasn't ready to quit. The other thing is, people tell you when you're a smoker, people, especially non-smokers, will tell you, "Oh, you need to quit. You should quit. Smoking's bad for you. I can smell it all over you." It's like, well, it's not that bad. All you have to do is just, stop. When my friend stopped, all he did was just threw the pack away, and it was okay. I don't get it. Why don't you just stop? It's not that big of a deal. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what it feels like to have withdrawals from nicotine. It fucking sucks. You've never dealt with anything like this before, so fuck you. Shut the fuck up and get out of my face about it, is what you want to say. And sometimes you do. I definitely have more than once told somebody something similar to that. What they don't realize is that when you're having nicotine withdrawals, your body feels like it's melting from the inside out. You get hot and cold sweats. It feels like your soul is being ripped out of your fucking body. You feel your lungs start burning, your eyes start burning, your sinuses start going crazy, your skin starts crawling, and you feel tingly and all these weird places. Then you start getting agitated and you want to fucking rip somebody's head off. Not to mention you get hungry. You start gaining weight because you're eating more, and the eating more is not because you want something to do with your mouth and hands. You actually physically crave food more, and then it's just really fucked up. But I don't know what's worse, having those withdrawals and symptoms and this and that, or being a slave to a little piece of paper with some fucking plant inside it that you have to smoke every single day, being so addicted to something that you have to do it. You wake up in the morning and have to go out and have that first cigarette. Some people, have their cigarettes on their nightstand, and as soon as they wake up, they roll over, grab one, and light the damn thing up before they even open their eyes. I was like that for a long time until I stopped smoking in the house, which was years ago. But with me, I would wake up, go out to the garage, have a cigarette before I did anything else. After I ate, I'd have to have a cigarette. Anytime I was on the phone, I'd have to have a cigarette. Even right now, I'm chewing gum, by the way. I'm sure it's kind of annoying, but even right now I'm chewing gum to try to stave off cravings. But I don't know. The biggest thing is, though, it's not really that hard to quit. That's what I want to let you know, is that despite the fact it does suck, and there's a couple days, to where you do have intense cravings, and your body starts melting, and you can't concentrate, you can't think, you can't put two fucking words together. You can't put words together. Like, nothing makes sense. Your brain just does not work for the first 3 or 4 days that you are trying to quit smoking cigarettes. And even after the second week, you still want to smoke, even though some of those cravings have gone away. The third week, you still want to smoke, but you just can't give in. That's the thing. You can't give in to it. And it's weird, the kinds of thing, like I said, being a slave to it, it's weird, the things that will go through your head. Shit that you would have never thought about. Like, I don't know, it's almost like going hungry for a few days or something. You'll go fucking rob somebody to get food, You start thinking, well, how can I get a cigarette without going and buying a pack? Well, maybe I can walk around the parking lot of a gas station and find a half-smoked cigarette that somebody put out. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Now that's an addiction, man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana?
And then you start thinking about how fucking crazy that is, it's just fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. You know, it's ridiculous that anything can have that much of a hold on somebody. And especially for something that doesn't really do all that much. It's not like smoking weed, you know, where you actually feel something out of it. It's like, you know, most people that smoke cigarettes, you know, smoke it to feel normal. You know, because it's, you know, fucks you up so bad that you have to smoke. You know, just to feel normal. Kind of like, you know, hardcore alcoholics that, you know, have to drink just to get too sober. You know, just, you know, to where they can get to where they feel normal, and then they get drunk on top of that. I don't know. But cigarettes are not much better. But I guess the point of this is that I think for the longest time, it's not that I didn't quit because, or well, I mean, I couldn't quit in the past, and it's not because, you know, I didn't have the right willpower or, you know, couldn't do it for whatever reason. The biggest thing was the fear. I think the fear of the withdrawals is what has always kept me from, you know, from quitting. And then, you know, being overly aggressive, you know, being constantly annoyed. But that's one thing too, despite, you know, being annoyed a lot easier, getting pissed off at everybody, biting people's heads off and this and that, you know, really, I've been a lot better about that since I quit smoking. Just saying. You know, I've actually been in a better mood in general lately after having not smoked. I think part of that is that the mood swings and things go away when you're not constantly having withdrawals. Because even when you're smoking, you're having withdrawals. You know, after an hour, you start craving that next cigarette. You know, I literally couldn't go an hour without smoking. You know, 2 is pushing it, and that's only if I was staring intently at a TV for 2 hours. You know, and even that, maybe 3, possibly 4, but, you know, there's no way in hell I could go to work for 8 hours and not smoke. Unfortunately, I own my own shop, and, you know, could smoke in my own shop, so from the time I was, you know, woke up to the time I went to sleep, I was fucking smoking once an hour. I mean, or more, you know, depending on who was at the shop with me. And if I had, you know, friends over or something like that, or it was on the phone, I smoked 2, 3, 4 cigarettes while I was on the phone over 20 minutes talking to a customer. I smoked more than a pack a day. And that went for, you know, at least 7 or 8 years. And there were several times in my life where I was a pack a day smoker, you know. Going from that to nothing, yeah, the withdrawals fucking suck. But it's livable. You know, it's not, you're not going to die. So I guess that's the biggest thing, you know, is that you're not going to die from lack of cigarettes. You know, and everything gets better. And if you can last the 3 or 4 days, that's the biggest step. And the other thing is, the hardest part is being around anybody else who smokes when you're trying to quit. You know, if you know that somebody has a cigarette, it's a lot harder, you know, to not ask them for one than it is, you know, to stay away from it. You know, and with me, my roommate smoke. Well, actually, both of my roommates smoke. My mom smokes, but I only see her, you know, once a week, once every other week, something like that, for, you know, on the weekends. But, you know, all of my friends smoke. I haven't seen any of my friends for, you know, since I stopped. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. You know, I have customers that come by my house and, you know, they smell like cigarettes. And I always want to ask them for one, but it's hard as fuck not to do it. But, you know, I'm trying. I guess all I can do is try. So, I don't know. If you're trying to quit, hopefully that's an inspiration to you. Or at least a little bit. You know, if you have any questions, comments, you know, post them in the comments section, all that stuff. If you're just seeing this for the first time, you know, don't know anything about my channel, please subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, thank you for remaining a subscriber. You know, share this with your friends. I don't know, hopefully it's inspirational to somebody. If I can help even one person that's going through the same shit I'm going through, then I feel like I've done something. You know, done something right. Well, thanks.